Today we are book shopping at Goodwill. Yes, we are at Goodwill today because it's actually just right next to my hotel. We're traveling and I figured why not check out Goodwill to see what kind of books they have available. This is either going to be really great or a total bust or maybe somewhere in between, probably on one side of the scale or the other, because I figure if I find any books, even one book here, that is a good deal, that's a win. And if I don't, that will be a great disappointment, but it's literally right next to my hotel. So I didn't have to go out of the way for it. I wanted to shop for books today, but there's no bookstores around. So tomorrow I'm going to be driving. So make sure that you're subscribed to see some of the really fun things I'm doing here. We're going to Mall of America. We're checking out Nadia's Cakes, which is owned by Abby Jimenez. And we're going to check out her new book as well. So a lot of fun videos coming up, but we're going to start here at Goodwill. Lots of board games. Holy cow. I don't know that I've ever seen this many board games at any of the Goodwills back home. Like, they just keep going. Oh, look. Got Jumanji for $4.99. Check that out. Also saw Apples to Apples here. Used to love playing this game. And Cranium. We had Monopoly Junior also. That was a fun game. There's lots of puzzles as well. And I'm kind of between getting this one, which is Mando and Grogu, or this one right here, which is also Mando and Grogu. So basically I'm looking at puzzles that are Mando and Grogu. Oh, look at this one. Hedwig. Oh, this is cool. And it's a 3D puzzle for $4.99. So between these two, I think I'm gonna have to go with this one because I like his little spaceship thing. And we're gonna get the Harry Potter one too. This one is $3.99. What I've been wanting to do is doing some puzzles while I'm listening to an audiobook. So you guys will probably see these getting done on my channel very soon. Okay, it's really hard to film and hold on to stuff. So we're just gonna get a cart. They also have this one. I'm not gonna get it, but it's super cute with the cat. I love it. Cat and books all in one. Here's my puzzles that I'm taking with me. And in the cart they go. Holy cow. This is a huge book section. So look at this. We got a hardback Magic Treehouse book. Too great. Let me see. These books are $1.49 here according to the sign. This is awesome. Look at this. The hardcover has a little sword on it. They just have tons of kids books. Oh, we have Judy Moody. I remember her from back in the day. We also have The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe from C.S. Lewis. How do dinosaurs clean their rooms? This is adorable. These are like also in fairly good condition. I mean, they're not in like perfect condition, but like not bad at the same time. Creep Over Truth or Dare. This was something I would definitely have liked back in the day. Actually, very excited to see this. Gregor and the Code of Claw. These are Suzanne Collins, who is the same author that wrote The Hunger Games, wrote this series, but this is book 5. Here's all the other books. I have not read any of them, so I'm probably going to leave behind for today. Do have Match. This is also a nostalgic read. I remember reading these. Could not tell you what it's about. I definitely read this series back in the day. I just don't really remember any of it. I guess that tells you a little bit about how well my memory is from my childhood. I remember some things, but definitely not that. However, there's a copy of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So my parents have a copy, and this one's in really good condition. So I may just pick it up because this is one of my favorite Christmas books. I love The Grinch, so I think it's gonna come with me. Here's another nostalgic find, Lunch Money. I think I have 2 copies of this, or at least I have a hardback copy of that at home from my childhood. And Junie B. Jones, Smells Something Fishy. Definitely read some of those. Junie Bloom, Double Fudge. Also read that. These are like my childhood right here. There's also the 4th Percy Jackson book here. We also got Lemony Snicket, The Miserable Mill. Honestly, these books were really depressing, but I enjoyed reading all of them. Okay, The Frindle, Andrew Clements at his finest right here. These are just really quality books for the fact that they are in pretty good condition and $1.49 at Goodwill. We have another Magic Treehouse book, Christmas in Camelot. Too cute. We also have an illustrated copy of The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. As a Missourian, happy to see this here in Minnesota. If you didn't know, the author Mark Twain is from Missouri, and his stuff is everywhere in Missouri, like history about Mark Twain, and the location of most of his books is also in Missouri. The Boxcar Children Halloween special. I used to love the Boxcar Children so much, and I mean, Halloween, my favorite holiday. There's also a couple copies of The Cat in the Hat here too that look like they're in like really good condition as well. But I didn't come here for children's books, so we're gonna scoot around to the other side to the adult section. So it looks like this is gonna take me a while to go through because these are not in any sort of order from what I'm seeing. Like everything's mixed together, but we do have some copies of The Hunger Games here and Catching Fire. I keep seeing Catching Fire in hardback everywhere, but the only one I need is The Hunger Games in hardback to finish my set. So close, but yet so far away. But it looks like any of the soft cover books that I do pick up are gonna be $1.99. Third book in the selection series, so this is a good find if you're a fan of this series. I haven't read the first couple. My best friend loved them though, and actually recently reread them. And then we also have a copy of Holes, one of my personal favorites from back in the day as well. As expected, I'm finding a lot of nostalgic finds here. Also have a few Harry Potter books and one that I am going to be taking home with me. Paper Towns by John Green. This one looks like it's in really good condition. I read this a long time ago, but would love to read it again. I was a kid. I don't really remember much of the premise of this book. I was probably in like junior high when I read it, and I really like John Green, so I want a copy of the book. Somebody got rid of all their 50 Shades books. We have all the shades here. Okay. I've never seen these books before, but I survived the Joplin tornado 2011. It's crazy to see this here as somebody who's from Missouri. I'm like in Minnesota randomly and find this and never knew it existed. That's pretty insane. I've never heard of this series, but looking at the font and stuff, it's definitely designed for kids. We do have Kindred here by Octavia Butler, another quality book. And you go down a little further, we got some Gossip Girl. And I almost skipped over it, but The Sisterhood of Traveling Pants, another one that I loved back in the day. This copy of Eat, Pray, Love is also in like perfect condition, which is really nice if that's a book that you've had on your TBR. And Stargirl, one of my favorites. I do have my own copy of that though, on not on my shelves, but in a box to keep for when I have kids of my own. We also have The Blind Side. I don't know how many times I watched this movie, but it's a lot. I really liked the movie. I did read the book back in the day too. Definitely don't need this today, but fun to see this here. We've got Dear John. We've got Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. We have the second summer of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants here. Some Mr. Ronald Dahl. They've got some like really quality authors and books here. Most of these things are definitely older, but still popular and well-known titles. To go with our Lord of the Rings, there's also a nice copy of The Hobbit. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. I took piano lessons back in the day, and Piano Adventures was the books that we used. I totally didn't even think about it and totally forgot about them until just now. But yeah, this cover, major nostalgia. Also another popular read. This one's fairly new because it's got the Netflix inspiration sticker on it. By the way, not removable, not okay. This is a book sen, but they still have a copy of a Bridgerton book here. Okay, so I just got a message from my husband, and he is here for a work trip. That's why I'm here. I'm his ride, and they are done for the day. I didn't even get through half of the book section, so I'm gonna check out with what I have, and then I'm probably gonna come back either later today or tomorrow to see what else I can find. So let's do checkout number 1. We're back for day 2 of Goodwill. It's a couple days later, and now I'm finally having a chance to come back and finish up the shelves that we already saw and see if there's anything that has arrived since the last time we were here, which, like I said, was just a couple days ago, so probably not, but you never know. So let's go check out the books. So I'm seeing several series of unfortunate events books. So we have the reptile room here, but then up here we have the Grim Grotto. And I also saw some of these the other day when I was over in the children's section. Really cracks me up that somebody's getting rid of their algebra books here. I don't blame them, but it is funny that they're here. There's a hardback copy of Wonder. This is a good movie and a great book. There is a copy of Gone Girl. So this movie was actually filmed about an hour away from where I grew up. and I've not watched the movie, I've not read the book. It is on my list, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab this one. There is also a copy of The Girl That Kicked the Hornet's Nest. I haven't read this one either, but I don't think I'm going to grab this one today because I don't have the other ones in the series. I feel like you can't go used book shopping without finding one of the old Nicholas Sparks books. I read a lot of Nicholas Sparks back in high school and like some in early college, so things like this bring back memories too. We're not just getting rid of algebra, we're also getting rid of biology. I see somebody got rid of their copy of Allegiant. I don't blame them. If you read the ending of this, you'd get rid of it too. Now this is exciting. The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I don't have a copy of this one, definitely not a hardback copy, so I'm grabbing this one as well. Apparently this is a John Green haul now. Didn't mean for it to be, but it is. Also a copy of The Host. I have a copy of this somewhere in a box back home, but good old Stephanie Meyer here. Looks like a pretty nice paperback copy of The Hunger Games here, and some Daniel Pink. Back when I was reading a lot more nonfiction, I read Daniel Pink a lot. I like his writing if you are going to read nonfiction. He has some pretty good works. Well, if I did want to add to that set, here's a copy of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Looks pretty loved, but you know, we appreciate that in a paperback. There's also a paperback copy of The Fault in Our Stars. I'm going to keep my hardback though, because it's in really nice condition. I mean, the paperback is too, but I personally prefer hardbacks, so we're going to stick with the hardback. Another nostalgic find, the Magic School Bus at the Waterworks. I used to absolutely love the Magic School Bus. It was one of my favorite TV shows. So it's not really a surprise I went into a scientific field since there was so much science in the show. And even more nostalgia, Charlotte's Web. I really enjoyed watching this movie, and I also said that the pig says "Ba Ram you" instead of oink when I was a kid because of this movie. I feel like it's very odd that we have Adam Grant's Give and Take right next to 50 Shades Darker. I don't know. I feel like somebody may have done that on purpose. Also, Jesus Always is right there. I just feel like these don't go together. Here is yet another copy of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. This seems to be a popular one on the shelves here as well. So here's a few of my last finds. These actually aren't coming with me. I just threw them in the stack so I could talk about them. So we have a hardback copy of Eclipse. We have the first two books in the American Royals series. So this is book 1, Majesty is book 2. I'm not interested in reading either of these, but these honestly don't even look read. They're in like pristine condition. And then I did find a Fault in Our Stars exclusive collector's edition. So now I have the choice, like, do I want the collector's edition? Do I want the standard? And I think I'm gonna go with the standard for a couple reasons. Number one, I just really like the blue cover. Like, the only other thing I'm getting is a blue shirt. I like blue. Secondly, whoever had this, like, taped it. Like, they taped the dust jacket to the book, which is fine, but I don't really like that. And I just like the blue cover better, you know? It gives me Gone Girl and Fault in Our Stars to add to my collection. So let's go check out and get out of here. So with that, my Goodwill book haul is complete. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, read a book, join a book club, and add some books to your TBR. Bye.